Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to part 3, the finale of Let's Play Mega Man 10. First thing I'm doing is showing off the shops, because I didn't do that yet, just like in Mega Man 9, so I waited until the very end to show them off. Not very different from Mega Man 9's shop. In fact, Mega Man's Mega Man 10 shop is exactly the same as Mega Man 9's shop. That's why I'm not going to spend much time showing it off in the extras video, because there isn't anything new there that you haven't seen in Mega Man 9. So if you're interested in seeing what some of that stuff does in the shop, just check out my Mega Man 9 extras video, or Let's Play in general. So, shameless plug. The first boss of Wily 1 is actually 3 bosses. The Wily Archives. Each battle of the Wily Archives, is 3 battles, is broken up into 3 Wily Archive robots. The first set of robots is Elect Man from Mega Man 1, Wood Man from Mega Man 2, and Gemini Man from Mega Man 3. They are abbreviated versions of their fights in those respective games. Not too terribly difficult. You can beat them with just your regular busters, or using the Triple Blade. Triple Blade's pretty effective for every single one of them. Although I think if, for example, you fight Flame Man later on in the second set of Wily Archive fights, if you were to, use like Chill Spec or something, I'm sure that would do more damage than Triple Blades, but maybe not. Wily 1's main gimmick, besides having technically 3 boss fights, technically 9 boss fights, because 3 fights in every single Wily Archive room, besides that gimmick, this stage also has a ton of alternate routes. It's 4 alternate routes as opposed to most stages with alternate routes, which usually condense it down to 1 alternate route. This one really just goes nuts and throws a lot of alternate routes at you. And we're going to look at them all. So, enjoy. I really like this castle. This is both my favorite and least favorite castle. And it comes down to hard mode, and it comes down to Proto Man. In hard mode, as Proto Man, this castle is pretty unbearable. As anyone else in hard mode or any other difficulty, this castle is a lot of fun, and in a lot of ways, it's my favorite castle of them all. It's really well done. I really like how this castle is designed. So now we're going to start looking at the alternate paths. So Mega Man went down on the left, Proto Man's taking the right. These paths are they're pretty similar overall. Some of them have rewards that the other paths don't have. This one has health. I think one of these, maybe even this one, also has an E-Tank. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly. I recorded this a while ago when I was still in school, but didn't have any time to do commentary or edit them together until very, very recently. So, just going by my memory here. No, there's no E-Tank here. This is it. We're done with this. Some alternate paths are longer than other alternate paths. Try to use this video maybe to determine which is the shortest path, which is the shortest path, and take that path, because you don't want to be stuck in this stage for too long. And some of these paths are far more difficult and far longer than the other paths, so you don't want to be stuck doing this stage for too long. It's fun, but you want to try to determine the best path to just get it over with quickly. Back at the top, we're going to now look at the other split in the route that you can take in this stage. The stage has a lot of paths, a lot of extra stuff. I think the path Base takes is the path that has E-Tanks and such. In fact, I'm pretty sure it does. This castle is I mean, I mentioned it before, but it's unbearable as Proto Man. I mean, it's completely unbearable as Proto Man. I can't even begin to describe to you the rage of Stage 2. We'll get to Stage 2. Don't you worry your collectively pretty little heads about it. We're getting to Stage 2, and it's just as bad as anyone that tries that stage in hard mode as Proto Man. I messed up there. Dashed right into that landmine when I shouldn't have. I think this is the path that has the E-Tank. If any of these paths has an E-Tank, this is the one that has an E-Tank. Right? Am I right? I don't know. Maybe none of these paths have an E-Tank. Alright. In that case, you'd want to take the path I took as Proto Man, because that one has health. It's a little bit long for my taste, but it has health, so overall it's a pretty good path. That path wasn't bad either. It was pretty short, though. It's pretty nice and short, but no extra items or anything. Anyway, second set of Wily archives. We take on Ring Man from Mega Man 4, Napalm Man from Mega Man 5, and Flame Man from Mega Man 6. Once again, they all use abbreviated versions of their powers from those respective games. Ring Man is going to throw his ring. I do awful with Ring Man in this run. It's ironic because I do really well when I was playing as Proto Man at his base. But as Mega Man, I fucked that up so much. I don't die to him, but I almost die. Ring Man really just fucked my shit up completely. It's not a good run. Pretty embarrassing overall. But Napalm Man's really easy. Flame Man a little bit tricky because you can't really predict where those flame pillars are going to come up. Ring Man supposed to be pretty easy because all you have to do with Ring Man is just jump towards him when he throws his rings, and that's the thing I do. Not jump away. It's got to time it better, but I didn't. I did not time it better, so really just rocked my shit. Oh well. The alternate paths that we saw earlier are done. The alternate paths are only a factor in between the first set of Wily Archive fights and the second set of Wily Archive fights. In between the second set of Wily Archive fights and the third set of fights is just a straight linear path. So don't expect any branching pathways from here on out. It's all just nice and linear from here on out once again. So if you want to experiment, if you want to try out different paths and see where they go, then you just do that in the previous section. In this section, it's just a nice straight shot to the last part, where you fight the last 3 Robot Masters. I like the idea of the Wily Archives. It's very creative. It's one of the things I really like about this castle. It brings in nostalgia without really forcing it in such a heavy-handed manner, like Mega Man 9 did. Again, I don't want to complain about Mega Man 9 too much, but Mega Man 9 really pushed the nostalgia of Mega Man 2 onto people. That's not a bad thing, necessarily. It's just they did a lot of it in Mega Man 9. And Mega Man 10, for the most part, does its own thing, and by the time you get to the Wily Castle, most of it is so unique and creative anyway that, you know, you kind of just give it to them that, yeah, okay, the boss for the first stage is previous Robot Masters. It's a good idea. It's a cool idea. It's a very, very fun idea to throw them in the mix without actually, you know, just recycling their models or anything like that. Their models, their sprites or anything like that. And we're pretty much done with the stage now. Getting past these 2 Sniper Joes, that's it. Well, no, that's not it. There's one more big enemy here that you gotta take care of, but besides that, we're pretty much done with the stage now, for realsies. Overall, in terms of the Wily Castle as a whole, Stage 1 is probably the easiest stage. Stage 2 is definitely the most difficult fucking stage at the mall. Stage 3 is pretty tame comparatively to Stage 2, and Stage 4 is just refights, so. Now we're going to take on Slash Man for Mega Man 7, Frost Man for Mega Man 8, and Tornado Man for Mega Man 9. They even have Tornado Man here. I think they made a mistake with putting Frost Man for Mega Man 8. They definitely should have put in like Astro Man or Tengu Man from Mega Man 8, because they were also in Mega Man and Base. So indirectly giving some representation to Mega Man and Base would have been nice, but this game does not do that at all. I mean, besides what Base's actual moveset is, they don't really do much of the actual acknowledgement of that particular game. Cutscene. Oh no, wait, no, not cutscene yet. What am I saying? Almost time for cutscene. Because of the way this castle split up, and because of the way the story's told, Mega Man has his big cutscene about taking on Wily before going to the castle, and Proto Man and Base have their cutscenes respectively after Stage 1, but I added their cutscenes in after the stage that I show them off in. So in this case, you're going to see Proto Man's Wily Castle cutscene after Stage 2, and you're going to see Base's Wily Castle cutscene after Stage 3, although if you're playing as Proto Man and as Base, you would see those cutscenes after stage 1 for both of them, no matter what. I just edited it this way to make it look better and flow better. You probably noticed Proto Man's shop. It's a little bit barren compared to Mega Man's, just to emphasize that Proto Man is super duper hard mode. He still has some things that can help him out. He still has E-Tanks, Mystery Tanks, all that stuff, but more limited options than Mega Man had, certainly. And that Base has. His shop theme's pretty cool, though. I really like his shop theme. It's really nice. The stage is the most fucked up, masochistic stage in the entire series. It's more difficult than King's Castle 2. It is awful. This is just the worst fucking stage. I can't even get angry at it anymore. I was so angry when I recorded this a while ago, probably a few months ago right now. I was so angry and so ready to just yell into this. Get used to that music, by the way. The Benny Hill theme, 8-bit, come back from Mega Man 9. I'm gonna play that quite a few times because I die quite a few times, and I'm not editing those out. And no, that ice is not a respawn. So be careful of that in some cases, because in later parts of the stage that could really fuck you over, that the ice doesn't respawn. Stage 1 was a trip down memory lane to fight old Robot Masters from the past. Stage 2 pits you against all of the mini-bosses of this game so far. So the big light bulb, the 2 phoenixes, something else, I think. Oh no, maybe that's it. Because they don't make you fight the goalkeepers from Strike Man stage. Although they should have. At some point they should have just thrown that in, because the stage already has so fucking much already. Why not throw in that fucking goalkeeper robot, right? This stage is horrible. And you don't see it yet, obviously, because I didn't die yet, but it's coming. It's coming, and there's no stopping it. Oh, hey, this part, yay. Pressers that kill you in one hit. Woo! Gotta love those. Isn't that great to have in a stage? It's not this part with the pressers that's annoying. It's the next part with the pressers that's much more annoying. Because they throw in those moving platforms from Solar Man stage. Not good. Anyway, now we fight the giant light bulb robot. Now we fight the giant light bulb robot. That's what we do. I can say words. I'm not too mad at this stage. Not yet. Almost though, because after this boss, then it comes up. By the way, the checkpoint is right before this mini boss, which is not something that's normally done, but you know. There is a mystery tank in this stage. Its location actually changes in between easy and normal / hard mode. In hard mode, it's right there where the mystery tank is right now. In easy and normal mode, it's actually in that platform when we were falling. It's where that energy was. That's where you would find it normally in the previous difficulties. So if you want to get the mystery tank in normal mode or easy mode, you have to fall to the right, and if you want to get it in hard mode, you have to fall to the left and deal with that stupid robot. Deceptively fucking tricky. And I really shouldn't have wasted so much time trying to collect health and trying to be careful, because I'm gonna die anyway. I'm gonna die anyway, and it's not gonna be nice. God, just look at the setup. It's similar to the Chill Man stage, the beginning of Chill Man stage when I was playing also as Proto Man in this playthrough, ironically enough. It's so fucking claustrophobic to see all those shots flying around everywhere, and some of them can reach you and some of them can't, but you get distracted by terrible stage. I'm gonna be stuck here for a while, so I gotta keep talking about how much I hate this fucking stage. Jesus. And it's only as it is only as Proto Man. As Mega Man and as Base, this stage is nothing. I might die once or twice as Mega Man or as Proto Man because of my fuck-ups, but in this stage as Proto Man... there is so little room for error that it is not fun. The rest of this castle is really fun, in my opinion. This stage is not fun. And the stage is not fun. I think the boss is actually pretty good and pretty fair and pretty fun, but the stage sucks so much. Anyway, here we go. Enjoy. And that is just the barest minimum taste. I said before in a previous part that my original recording for this is like over 2.5 hours. Most of that time is this stage. This stage is bullshit as Proto Man. The most difficult thing in any Mega Man game ever. Any official Mega Man game ever. Because there's some parts of Unlimited that I think get even tougher than this. But certainly Mega Man and Base was not this bad. Even some of the parts of hard mode and super hard mode of Mega Man 9 were not as bad as Wily Castle 2 and Mega Man 10 in hard mode as Proto Man. Now it's pretty specific, but playing as Proto Man is 1/3 the experience, and originally when the game came out, playing as Proto Man was 1/2 the experience, with hard mode being a thing that was built in. Now yeah, you had to play the game once in normal mode or easy mode to unlock hard mode, but the hard mode is still a thing that's built in, and a feature they expect people to play, and it's so difficult and unfair as Proto Man, and especially in this stage, it's unreal. But that's the stage. The boss is actually pretty good. It's Crab Puncher. Crab Puncher's not that bad. Weakness is the eyes. You can use Commando Bomb or Triple Blades to take him out in short order. You don't have to destroy the claws. You can to make it easier for yourself, but you don't have to destroy the claws. He punches and he throws bubbles. The bubbles that don't have any bombs inside don't generally aim at you. The bubbles with the bombs inside do actually aim at you, so you gotta be careful about those. As Proto Man's pretty easy, you can just use the Proto Shield. Charged Up Proto Buster does a lot of damage, about as much damage as the weakness would be for it, so if you're playing this Proto Man, then you don't really have to use a weakness if you don't want to. So, you know, just something to keep in mind. I do freak out here because I am almost at the point of death, but I don't die, thankfully. I died enough in that stage, and I just... Oh, God, that stage sucks so much. That's Proto Man, and no one else, and only in hard mode. But still, it's such... Whatever. Stage is done. Stage is done, and Crab Puncher's pretty much done, so... We are past the ridiculously difficult portion of the game. Well, one of the two ridiculously difficult portions of the game. The other ridiculously difficult portion is the boss rematches. Only because in hard mode the bosses are really strong and really fast and really tough, but, you know, nothing you can't get past. Cutscene. Okay, and now moving on to Base's shop. Base's shop is also pretty barren like Proto Man's, but he does have some unique items that we're going to be showing off in the extras video. They're not really that unique. They're basically the base versions of Eddie and Beat the Bird. It's basically just Trouble that does the equivalent of what Beat does and what Eddie does. In which case, rescue you from falling into pits and give you items when you demand items. I'm going to show them off because they are technically unique, but not really. It's basically just Beat, but it's Trouble, and it's basically just Eddie, but it's Trouble. Anyway. Stage 3. Pretty tame compared to Stage 2, as I said before. Bears repeating just how unfair the spike of difficulty is between Stage 1 and 2, and then how it drastically decreases from Stage 2 to Stage 3. Stage 3's gimmick is these elevator sections right here that we're just got on and just press the button and start to go up. Elevator's going to go up regardless, but you can control how far to the left or right it is with the buttons. Be careful of the med tools, be careful of the spikes. I do actually die to these spikes. I think soonish I died to the spikes. Actually, not because I get hit, because I dashed into them accidentally. Yeah, there it is. 1 second, please. Thankfully, I think that is the last on-screen death of this playthrough. Because of the nature of the Robot Master rematches, I do die a couple of times there in unseen footage, but I do die there. So that wasn't the last death ever, but it is the last death that you will see in this playthrough. I still died a lot though, because fuck Stage 2. Just fuck Stage 2 so hard. I didn't die at all during the Robot Master stages though, so I'm pretty happy about that. But this fucking castle is just... One part's really fun, and a couple of parts, some of the most insidious, difficult shit that you will ever come across in a Mega Man game. Can't wait to see what Mega Man 11 does! Hopefully not this. Hopefully something fair. Hopefully whatever special new features you're going to introduce in that is going to make it fun and not tear your hair out annoying like Stage 2 was. I don't know. I have high hopes for Mega Man 11. I am cautiously optimistic about Mega Man 11, considering Mighty Number 9. Now, I know this isn't the same person that's making Mega Man 11. I know he's not making Mega Man 11. I know he only made Mighty Number 9 and now has his own fucking whatever company. And it's actually Capcom themselves making the game. But Capcom themselves don't really make Mega Man games, do they? They say they're going to, and then they don't. Cautiously optimistic, though. Cautiously optimistic for Mega Man 11. And if it sucks, whatever. We have Mega Man Unlimited, which is basically as good as Mega Man 11. I can't wait to show anyone that hasn't played Mega Man Unlimited what Mega Man Unlimited is all about. I love Mega Man Unlimited. It's really, really good. Also, can't believe that I'm finally here at the end of the licensed Capcom Mega Man Classic series. Obviously not the end, because Mega Man 11 is coming out in the fall, and this is summer when I record this, but still, the end of something that I began a really, really long time ago, and did not mean for it to go as long as I did, but I'm here now, and it's all done, finally. Can finally move on to those extra last few bits and bobs, and just call this project done, and kind of a success. I like how this turned out. I like seeing my evolution of how I edit stuff together to play out. It'll be interesting to go back and watch the original videos again. That sounded super awkward in those videos, but I sound awkward now, so you know. It's a good thing some things stay the same, and some things don't. It's really, really fucking hot here. Like, I mean, I can't stay. I'd have the AC on now, but that gets in the way of my voice, and it kind of ruins the recording. So, can't really do that. Not for another hour. Not until I finish this, and until I finish the extras video. And the cutscenes, because I want to do some more terrible voice acting before this is all said and done. Thankfully, though, the pool has not opened outside yet, so I don't have to deal with the voices of children getting in the way of my recording. Not that I mind the children, but they do get in the way of the recordings. Thankfully, the pool's not open yet, and it won't be for another few weeks, so no chance of them getting in the way. Take that, children. Anyway, with my rambling aside, we finished the stage. And this is going to be a very familiar mishmash of things we fought before. The Puyo Puyo whatever fuck room from Mega Man 2. And another devil that we've seen many, many times throughout the Mega Man series. This is the Purple Block Devil. Just Block Devil for short. Block Devil is actually pretty tough. Stage is pretty easy, but the boss is pretty tough. His pattern for how he disperses himself, how his pieces disperse across the room, is not impossible to get used to, but it's really annoying. And it's really fast. It's really jarring. There isn't that much safe space for you to hang out when the little block pieces are going from place to place. Thankfully, you can kill this boss pretty quick. He's weak to rebound striker. He's weak to the rebound striker. He's also able to be hurt by triple blades, which is good, because when he appears at the bottom of the screen and does this little wave attack with his blocks, you can just, do some light pot shot damage with the triple blades, and then get ready for this, where he rebuilds himself again, and the eye comes back up and gets into the center and starts shooting some lasers. That's basically all it is. Body forms, eye shows up, shoots some lasers, disappears, body has to deform, eye shows up at the bottom of the screen, or the side of the screen or something, and does that little wave attack, and then you start the cycle all over again. Pretty tough, because there isn't that much room to maneuver around. But, cutscene. As I was going to say, but you know, you have two weapons that are pretty good weaknesses to that particular machine, so you don't have to worry too much about it. Anyway, let's move on to the final stage of the game. Robot Master rematches and a fight with Dr. Wily himself. Boy oh boy, who's excited? Because I am. We're finally done. Yay! Although if you look at the time below this video, you'll know that there's still a lot left to go. Why is that? Obviously, because it's going to be another stage. Well, not as per usual, but it happens pretty often. Anyway, the first part of Wily Stage 4 is just a straight climb up to the top. Not much to it. Just be careful not to get hurt too much, because you're really going to want to conserve your health and your energy. I did not do that. Conserve your health and your energy for the actual boss rematches. They're not easy in hard mode. Unlike in Mega Man Powered Up, you do actually get health in between every boss. But, you know, the boss is still pretty tough, and I do still die a few times, as all the characters. Even Bass, I think at one point I did die. Maybe I didn't. I think as Bass I just steamrolled past all of them, because this game is super easy as Bass. You know what? I didn't even mention the fact that Mega Man 10 allows you to switch your weapons with the shoulder buttons instead of just pausing the menu. They're just pausing and bringing up the menu and choosing your special weapon yourself. I didn't mention that because I don't do it that much. I do it a lot here, but I don't do it a lot in general because I like being able to make a decision with time and not in real time. I can't really play real-time strategy games that well, most of them anyway, because I want to be able to pause and make a decision before, you know, making a decision. So I didn't mention it because it's not something I really take advantage of that much, but it's there. It's cool. It's boss rush time. See when it's time to fight Wily. All right, time to take on Dr. Wily in his pirate battleship. First phase is pretty easy. He's weak to Solar Man's solar flare. Not much to it. He throws missiles, big and small, from his mouth and his back. You can destroy the smaller ones. Try not to ram into the head of the big ones. And that's it. That's phase 1. Phase 2, Wily is going to go up to the top of the screen, fly left and right a few times before descending down. His weakness in this phase is the water shield, or triple blades. Triple blades aren't actually his weakness, but you can use them to get some pot shot damage in. Be careful of those little energy balls that he throws at you. He's going to summon down a wall of electricity that's going to run across the part of the screen that he is not in. To avoid that, you want to be directly underneath the capsule of where Wily is. That is your safe spot. And if you have the water shield, then you can land in some pot shot damage by doing small hops with the water shield and, getting some damage in there. So be careful though, because the electricity and pretty much anything Wily does can destroy your water shield. So if you're trying to conserve your water shield to use it at Wily, you might not be able to sometimes, because that's just the way Wily rolls, and you got to be careful. Overall, this is way easier than the stupid fucking dinosaur you had in the end of Mega Man 9. Like, way, way easier. And it's already dead. We're done, but he got away. So clearly there is one more stage. And overall, the Wily battles in this game are far, far easier than Mega Man 9's. Like, Mega Man 9's was a real, proper final battle. This is pretty easy in comparison. Again, stage 2 is super difficult, but then things just get considerably easier, and then it gets difficult at the end with the boss rush, but then Wily himself is super easy. And by the way, this is pretty good. I like that they actually played with this in what we all thought for a while was going to be the last Mega Man game for a while. That they actually play with the map a little bit there. It's pretty good. Anyway, last stage, Wily 5. We are in the Wily space station. Everything's upside down, as you can see. From, that Wily sign in the beginning to the little W's and skulls that line the screen up here. Everything's upside down. It's not that crazy a gimmick. They don't do anything with it in this stage. They do a couple of things with perspective and making you at one point think that an M tank is actually, at one point making you think that a W tank is actually an M tank. It's not. There is no M tank at this stage. There is a W tank, there is an E tank, there are lives, I think, and then it's just a fight with the Wily capsule. It's a pretty good fight. It's pretty short, but it's pretty good. Overall, this is a really, really good way to end the game, and since we're pretty much ending the game at this, I'm going to start wrapping up and giving my final thoughts. I like Mega Man 10 a lot. I think compared to Mega Man 9, this game gets a short end of the stick. I don't know why it shouldn't. I think overall Mega Man 10 is designed much better than Mega Man 9. In some respects, it drops the ball. Again, the special weapons of the robots suck. But in terms of level design, in terms of just the general story, not just being the same old thing over and over again, it devolves into being the same old thing over and over again. But the actual premise of the Roboenza and that being a precursor to the Maverick virus in the X series, I like that. I like that a lot. Especially since, we're so late. The classic Mega Man franchises would be the time to introduce things like Roboenza, like precursors to things that would become very important in the X series. This is a good game. It's a good game. Good music. Mega Man plays well. Proto Man plays well. Actually has a place here in comparison to Mega Man 9, which is an extra mode. Not a fan of his double damage, but I guess it's a trade-off. It's a shitty trade-off, but it's a trade-off. Bass is a fun addition. He's well worth the DLC, unlike in Mega Man 9, where the DLC was not super great. They actually give Bass cutscenes in this game. Not nothing important, nothing super game-changing or anything, but the fact that there are cutscenes in this compared to Mega Man 9's Proto Man mode, the fact that the hard mode and easy mode are actually, properly balanced to be hard and easy in this game, it makes all the difference in the world, and is the reason why Mega Man 10 is better than Mega Man 9, in my opinion. And why Mega Man 10 is one of the better games in the series. Not the best game of the series, but it's one of the better games in the series. You can't deny that. Time for the final boss. This is the Wily Capsule and Wily Capsule Clone. Wily Capsule Clone, by the way, has a little forehead gem that's very similar to Mega Man X's forehead gem. Ooh la la. Wily Capsule has a few attacks. They're all energy, ball-based attacks. Don't hit the false Wily Capsule at all. The head is just going to pop up and reveal that it's actually a robot. Surprise, surprise. and, you know, going to throw some energy at you. I flashed there to a unique animation of Wily sneezing, because you don't, I kill him so fast you don't actually see him do it during the fight itself, so I just use other footage to show that he's sick and has a cold, which is important for the final cutscene and the end of the game. And that's it. He's dead. Just power through, use chill spikes. It's a weakness because, again, he has a cold. That's going to come into play right now in this final cutscene. Speaking of which, enjoy, because we just won. Cutscene. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's Mega Man 10. I combined the ending cutscenes of Proto Man, Mega Man, and Bass into that one cutscene there, just so I don't have to show all three of them and to kind of tie together into one thing. It's not perfect, but I think it came out pretty okay for this. I hope you all enjoyed Mega Man 10 and this Let's Play. I know I kind of ramble a bit because I always ramble. But overall, I really like this game. I like a lot of things about this game comparatively to Mega Man 9. Not my favorite in the franchise, but it's up there. This is really good. This is really good stuff. Anyway, I already gave my wrap-up thoughts on Mega Man 10, so I'll see you all next time for the Mega Man 10 Extras video. Then Mega Man Unlimited. Then I'll be covering every single Mega Man game that I didn't play in just one nice little video essay package where I'm just going to explain why I didn't cover certain Mega Man games and give a retrospective on the Mega Man series as a whole, what I think about it, why it means so much to me, how I got into it so fast despite the fact that I started with Mega Man 9. It just holds a really special place in my gaming library. Anyway, that's all for the future. So until then, I'm going to sign off. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you have a great day. Hope you check out the extras video. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye-bye.